Hey there my friends, this video is for those of you who have a buddy and want to play a great co-op game together. I think I've put together a really solid list, featuring all kinds of games from RPGs and action games to even a strategy game. I'm pretty sure there are quite a few games on this list you haven't heard of before, so drop a like and let's get into it. Let's start with this amazing game, though it's still pretty unknown. And guess what? It even supports crossplay. We're talking about ASTRA Knights of VEDA. ASTRA Knights of VEDA is a side-scrolling RPG with strategic combat and an art style that looks like a living painting, but don't be fooled by its beautiful visuals. This game brings a dark and challenging story, Osaist. You can build a team with multiple characters, each with unique skills and weapons. It follows a gacha-style system where you unlock new warriors and test different strategies. The co-op mode works similarly to Genshin Impact. The game has several dungeons where you can team up with up to 4 players. Going solo can be pretty tough, but with friends, everything gets easier. So, if you enjoy RPGs with stunning visuals, strategic combat, and an engaging story, ASTRA Knights of VEDA might be a great pick. The game is already available and it's definitely worth checking out. Now let's talk about Feral Frontier, a super simple yet exciting co-op shooter. This game is really straightforward because it's a full-on roguelike. You start by choosing your animal playstyle, but unlike many other roguelikes that focus on evolution and abilities, Feral Frontier is all about the weapons. Each weapon gives you a completely different gameplay experience, so you'll need to find the one that suits you best. The game is super intuitive and easy to pick up. Its COP mode is well designed and incredibly simple. Seriously, it's ridiculously easy to jump in and start playing with friends. However, this is a one-run type of game. There's no progression system to make you stronger over time. It's the perfect game to hop in, have fun with a friend, and jump out when you're done. Let's talk about a game that dropped at the end of 2024 and honestly took me by surprise: Gold and Glory. Yeah, in this game you step into the boots of a fearless explorer seeking wealth and glory in a medieval world full of mysteries. The game offers a variety of classes like warrior, ranger, and mage, letting you customize your character with different weapons, armor, and abilities. One of the highlights is its PvE combat system, where you battle both monsters and other players in intense fights. On top of that, you can team up with friends to explore dark dungeons, collect rare treasures, and take on challenges together. This is one of the only battle royales I've seen that actually plays in a 3 versus 3 format, different from the usual 4 versus 4, and like I said, the PvE part is just as fun as the PvP. It's such a shame that this game is kind of fading away, if we can even say that, but let's talk about T3 Arena and T3 Arena is a third-person multiplayer shooter developed by XD Entertainment, and it's a pretty solid response to Overwatch, which has been missing on Android and mobile games in general. Similar to Mobile Legends, T3 Arena aimed to be the big Overwatch-style shooter for Android, and honestly, they nailed it. Matches are quick, usually lasting about 3 to 5 minutes, which makes it perfect for short gaming sessions. The game features a variety of heroes, each with unique abilities, much like Overwatch and Apex Legends Mobile. It really gets you pumped up, especially at first, and it delivers a great third-person shooter experience for Android, something we honestly don't have much of yet. One of the only totally free strategy games where you can play co-op with your friends. Let's talk about War Legend.
Upgrade complete.
You might be familiar with that famous strategy game called Warcraft. Well, this game is basically Warcraft for mobile. Unlike T3 Arena that we talked about earlier, this one really hit the mark and it's definitely one of the best RTS games on Android. The game features a variety of resources like the campaign mode, where you follow the story of the humans and orcs and also learn how to play, but there are also online game modes, and one of my favorites is the 2 versus 2 PvP. The game can be pretty time consuming. It's one of those old school strategy games, but trust me, it's totally worth it if you enjoy that style. Let's talk about this game that mixes Minecraft with Palworld, and surprisingly not many people are playing it: LIGHTUS. LIGHTUS is an open-world RPG and simulation game where you play as a traveler with no past, exploring the unknown land of Seofar. The game offers a wide range of activities like building houses, farming, capturing pets, and interacting with other players. Plus, you can gather resources to craft items and customize your surroundings. It's easy to say it's very similar to Minecraft, but way more beautiful. It also feels like an MMORPG since you'll come across other players in your world. This style of game is perfect if you want to play a co-op mode, build a house, hunt animals, eat, and so much more with your friends. If you love co-op shooter games where you kill zombies, this one's for you, my friend. Let's talk about Mega Zombie M. This game is really simple, and that's exactly why it's so good. Typically, you'll have a 4-player team, and the main goal is to see how long you can survive the zombie hordes. There are multiple paths, and as the zombies come in, you'll swap weapons at the boxes, repair fences, and try to survive as many waves as you can in this fun shooting game. And even if you get bored of this style of gameplay, there's another mode where you can kill other players while also fighting zombies. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I thought it was pretty interesting. A lot of people don't know that this game actually works in multiplayer, even though it's a farming sim. Let's talk about Spirit of the Islands. Spirit of the Island is an RPG and life simulation game with a style similar to Stardew Valley and My Time at Portia. It was developed by 1 Million Bits Horde and published by Meta Publishing. In the game, you start with a simple island and your job is to take care of nature, plant crops, raise animals, and even build your house. But it's not all about farming. You'll need resources to expand your village and create a great spot for tourists and residents. Spirit of the Island has an adventure vibe, and you'll encounter dungeons, pirates, and even wild creatures you'll have to face off against. The game really delivers something a bit different and totally COOP, which is definitely impressive. Whether you love basketball or you don't, you'll learn to love it now. Let's talk about the cute game called STREETBALL ALLSTARS.
Racking him up.
This game could have just been another one trying to emulate basketball gameplay perfectly, but the truth is it doesn't, and that's what makes it cool. The game features different characters with unique abilities and pretty cool skins, along with a 3 versus 3 setup that I thought was really fun. STREETBALL ALLSTARS lets you form teams with your friends, participate in global tournaments, and climb the rankings to become a true basketball star. The gameplay is smooth and nothing feels clunky. Even I, someone who isn't really into basketball, ended up loving this game. So go ahead and give it a try. It's a solid tennis. A completely new game that delivers an interesting gameplay in COP mode. Let's talk about HUNTBOUND. If I'm not mistaken, the game released in January 2025, so you get an idea of how new this game is. It's a mix of 2D and 3D where you enter random dungeons to fight monsters and collect coins to upgrade your character. But here's the twist, it's all in co-op mode. There are multiple servers in the game, usually with 4 players, so you can enjoy the gameplay a lot more easily. I tried playing alone and got destroyed by dinosaurs myself. The gameplay is pretty simple, but of course there's something special about it, especially when it comes to the COP experience. I absolutely love this survival game, and it might just be one of the best survival games on Android. Let's talk about DAWNLANDS, and the game is kind of a mix of a story mode with a sandbox survival game. The world of DAWNLANDS is vast and varied, allowing players to explore different biomes, each with its own resources and unique challenges. Gathering materials, building shelters, and crafting items are central elements of the game, essential for progression and survival in this hostile environment. DAWNLANDS also features an engaging storyline with missions that encourage players to uncover the mysteries of the world and the story behind its creation. It's kind of like a mix between Genshin Impact and survival. There are huge monsters to face, but at the same time you'll need to eat, sleep, and do all the things typical of survival games. There are several horror games out there for you to play in multiplayer, especially cooperative ones. Let's talk about the Ghost Coop. I could tell you that this game is amazing, that it will keep you hooked and a lot more, but the truth is it's a bit of a normal horror game. What stands out is how cooperative it is. It's almost a must to play with others. Of course, you and your clueless friends will need to solve some puzzles within the house to escape while the monster is trying to catch you. The game features voice chat, which makes it even more fun, and it really is a great horror game to play with friends. You might be familiar with Diablo Immortal, which is a great cooperative game for Android, but this one is interesting too. Let's talk about UNDECEMBER. It's an action RPG, hack and slash style developed by Needs Games and published by Line Games Corporation. Players can create thousands of skill combinations using runes and links, allowing for deep customization of their playstyle. Players grow through hunting and farming, capturing both the fun and thrill while pursuing the timeless values of an RPG. The game offers a solid experience, especially in the dungeon crawler genre. This is the kind of game you can dive into and keep playing for years and years. Truly engaging. It's an MMORPG of extreme quality, perfect for playing with friends. One of the shooting games, the famous shooter games, that is growing every day. Let's talk about the legendary Star Wars Hunters.
Feel my focus.
Star Wars Hunters is a free-to-play arena combat game developed by Zynga, set in the Star Wars universe. Available for Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android, the game allows players to choose from various iconic characters like bounty hunters, rebellion heroes, and Empire stormtroopers, engaging in 4 versus 4 third-person battles. The game manages to capture a lot of the essence of Star Wars in a shooter that anyone can play, and that's its great strength. I myself have never watched any Star Wars movie, and I still find it easy to understand how the game works, so it's quite strategic and can be very exciting. This game has a lot of gameplay potential, and I think it's only a matter of time before it becomes a big hit. Dragon & Home is an MMORPG sandbox that many people might not know about, but is a great game to play with your friends. Players can explore a vast world with various biomes, including plains, caves, forests, deserts, mountains, and rivers. You can build custom houses and collaborate with neighbors to form villages, as well as engage in activities like cooking, farming, tailoring, blacksmithing, and alchemy. The game allows you to switch between different classes such as warrior, mage, and archer, offering flexibility in choosing your playstyle. You can form teams with friends to tackle unique challenges in different realms, each with special mechanics and mysterious bosses. The game manages to combine MMORPG elements with sandbox gameplay, and it seems to have hit the mark with full crossplay support. It's getting a lot of attention, especially on Android. If you want to go 1 versus 1 with your friend but sometimes feel like playing 2 versus 2, let me introduce you to a really fun fighting game, Smash Legends.
Did that hurt? Oh no! Like that? How'd you like that?
Smash Legends is an online multiplayer arena combat game where you choose a character and dive into exciting battles against other players. The game's standout feature is its platform fighting mechanics reminiscent of classic games like Super Smash Bros., but with its own unique twist. Smash Legends features a diverse roster of characters inspired by fairy tales, but with a unique and stylized touch. Some of the highlights are Peter, a fast and balanced swordsman, Alice, a powerful mage who deals area damage, and many others. The game is a great option for those who enjoy fast, intense, and action-packed battles. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth downloading and exploring this electrifying world of fights. Let's finish this list with one of the most underrated games of all time. The reason it's so underappreciated is because in reality, it's a beat-em-up that's totally unknown. Let's talk about Blackmoor 2. Blackmoor 2 is an action platformer game with mechanics inspired by classic hack and slash and beat-em-ups. Developed by 4Fats, the game offers a campaign full of epic bosses, challenging enemies, and a fluid, dynamic combat system. The game features various gameplay modes, making it even more fun, such as the story mode, cooperative mode, which is the focus of this video, or even an arena mode, which is PvP. Blackmoor 2 has a variety of playable characters, each with its own abilities and fighting styles. Some highlights include Edgar, Wizard, Red, Golem, and others. The game brings back that classic beat-em-up vibe similar to the old school games you used to play with friends. Hey everyone, that was our tour of the best Android games you can play with your friends, each offering a unique and fun experience. From epic battles to more relaxing games to explore, there's something for everyone. If you liked any of these games, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends so you can play together us.